Warning! This video discusses datamines of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and Tour. Please leave the video if you don't want to be spoiled like me. Also, I got COVID while making this video, which delayed the process quite a bit. Look, I know there's a million other Booster Course Pass prediction videos out there. However, most of them are either too casual or too rigid to make any sort of sense. In this video, I will combine everything we know with my intuitions to make an optimistic, yet realistic prediction for the DLC. Are you ready? Let's slide into this. Let's begin with the leaks, or datamines, or whatever you want to call them. Now, there were a few instances of courses we thought to be leaked, but were actually mistaken for as-of-yet unrevealed Tour courses. Most notably, the Tour asset leaks included assets for conveyor belts hinting at Wee Toad's Factory, when they ended up being used for Singapore Speedway. RIP Toad's Factory, you will be greatly missed. Additionally, datamines of Tour have speculated at certain new Tour courses based on abbreviations and the names of assets, but we know from past experience that those can be deceiving. Likewise, I don't want to speculate about the tiny images in the back of the banner leak, since we already have a lot to work with, and it mostly just confirms or denies what we already know. Regardless, I think it's pretty clear to say that the leaks are quite accurate for the most part. The most believable leak to me is the Prefix Leak. This was leaked back in Wave 1 and confirmed in Wave 2, so I think it will continue to be true. With that in mind, I will place the identifiable prefixes in first, and leave the unidentifiable ones blank for now. Next is the most recent leak, the music leak. I also think this is completely true, partly because it matches with the Prefix Leak. We know that Nintendo stores music in very particular ways, and this leak lines up with that. Given this, we can fill in quite a few slots, including all of Wave 3. I chose Broken Pier over Boo Lake purely out of preference. Additionally, we know that the remaining 3 courses labeled as Tour must not be revealed yet, since every city course that has been revealed has also been leaked. Lastly, given that 3DS Rainbow Road ends Wave 3, I think it's logical to assume that Wii Rainbow Road will end Wave 6, a fitting end to the DLC. Now for the banner, asset, and advertisement leaks. Well, the advertisements aren't leaks, but Nintendo probably didn't mean for them to be analyzed very closely. As mentioned before, these are less reliable, but let's work with what we have. First of all, we can confirm that this course in the Moon Cup is GCN Waluigi Stadium, and not Wario Coliseum. Secondly, we can confirm that one of the GCN courses will be Dino Dino Jungle, which I will put in the Spiny Cup for reasons I will explain later. Lastly, we can assume that Vanilla Lake 1 or 2 is likely coming as the last SNES course in the DLC, and my preference is 2. At this point is where I deviate from the popular opinion. You will remember that the Prefix Leak has blank spaces. Most people think that these line up with original Tour courses that aren't based on real cities. After all, Sky High Sundae and Merry Mountain line up with the first 2 blank spaces. However, the end of the Prefix Leak makes it seem obvious to me that these are just placeholders. Let's look at the new courses that have been made for Tour so far in its lifetime of just under 3 years. We have 11 city courses, and 3 non-city courses. This averages to just under 4 city courses and 1 non-city course per year. As mentioned before, the Prefix Leak confirms 3 city courses that are not yet revealed, which checks with this pace. However, I highly doubt they would make more than 2 additional non-city courses, let alone 5. Now, there is a Tour leak that suggests, based on abbreviations and the names of assets, that there are 8 new Tour courses in the files, with 3 of them apparently being city courses, leaving the other 5 to be non-city courses. While this would line up with both the unrevealed city courses and the blank spaces, that ratio simply makes no sense given their track record. That is, unless they're preparing the non-city courses very far in advance of their Tour release just for this DLC, which just seems like they're begging for the DLC to be leaked. Rather, I think these blank spaces could also indicate any courses that are leaked for Tour but not yet revealed, including retro courses. There are leaks suggesting a new Yoshi's Island course and a new bathroom-themed course from Tour, which lines up with my 2 slots from before. This would make for 3 more blank spaces, which I will distribute as follows. GCN gets one more course because it has several courses that have been leaked in Tour. Wii gets one more course because I like Wii, and I'm not the biggest fan of its representation in Tour. I wish I could have 2 more, but that would be too greedy. RIP Toad's Factory again. And 3DS gets one more course because 3 is not enough for how much it's represented in Tour. I will lay them out in this way, to ensure that no game besides Tour has more than one course in a single cup. Now, to fill in the exact courses from each game. I'll start by mentioning Wave 3, even though I think it is all but confirmed right now. I have to say, I'm really looking forward to the courses that have been leaked to come out this holiday season. 3 of the retro courses aren't in Tour yet, which could throw a monkey wrench in everyone's predictions, hopefully in a good way. On to Wave 4, which should release next spring. In the Fruit Cup, I have Wii DK Summit, DS Airship Fortress, and the Yoshi's Island course from Tour. In the Boomerang Cup, I have GCN Luigi Circuit, and GBA Bowser Castle 3. DK Summit will go here instead of the other Wii slots, because it makes more thematical sense here than anywhere else. I chose Airship Fortress over Luigi's Mansion and DK Pass, for having the most unique theme of the 3 courses. Between the 2 slots I allotted for the non-city tour courses, a Yoshi's Island course makes more sense to go in the spring. I chose Luigi Circuit over the other Double Dash courses that aren't in Tour, because it's a very fun course that could be seen as a throwaway. Plus, it kinda feels like a Tour course because you drive over the same road in both directions, so I think it will come to Tour eventually. Spoiler alert, I chose Bowser Castle 3 to fill the Bowser's Castle gap left by the rest of the courses in my prediction. In my opinion, 3 has the best layout of the GBA Bowser Castles, though that could be my Mario Kart Wii bias. On to Wave 5, which should release next summer. In the Feather Cup, the Wii course will be Koopa Cape. In the Cherry Cup, I have GCN Daisy Cruiser, and Wii Dry Dry Ruins. Koopa Cape will go here instead of the other Wii slots, because it's a nice summer-themed course with lots of water. Daisy Cruiser is one of 2 GCN courses in Tour that aren't in 8 Deluxe, and this makes more sense in a Summer Cup than Dino Dino Jungle. Dry Dry Ruins has assets leaked in Tour, and it's another nice summer course. Plus, it's my favorite desert course in the series, and one of my favorite courses in Wii. Once again, RIP Toad's Factory. On to Wave 6, the final wave, which should release next fall or winter. In the Acorn Cup, I have GCN Mushroom City, and the Bathroom course from Tour. In the Spiny Cup, the 3DS course will be Maka Woohoo. Both of the retro courses have assets leaked in Tour that could also be for other similar courses, namely Woohoo Loop and Mushroom Bridge. I chose Maka Woohoo purely out of preference, and Mushroom City because Mushroom Bridge already got to be a retro course before, and is very similar to DS Shroom Ridge. Non-city tour courses are usually the final course in their cups, with the exception of Merry Mountain making room for 3DS Rainbow Road. While I could have done the latter here, a bathroom course doesn't make much sense as the second to last course of the game, so I put it at the end of the Acorn Cup instead. And those are my predictions for the courses that will be coming in the Booster Course Pass. However, I'm not quite done yet. Nintendo surprised the world by rebalancing the game in the last wave of the DLC, which gives me hopes that a bit more could be coming. I think the easiest thing to request would be more options for the number of courses of a versus match, adding new options for 64 and eventually 96 course cups. Yes, I'm a masochist. I would also hope that it isn't too hard to improve certain textures of earlier DLC courses, namely the infamous lime green grass. The next easiest thing to request would be some more characters, specifically ones that already have assets in Tour. These could also be a separate DLC, but I hope it wouldn't be too expensive. It would be easiest to add a row of 7 new characters in order to make the character roster a perfect square. My choices would be Pauline, Birdo, Petey Piranha, Diddy Kong, Kamek, Funky Kong, and Captain Falcon. Obviously, Captain Falcon isn't in Tour, but he's long overdue for this game, since he already has 2 courses, and the Blue Falcon has been in the series as far back as Wii. A distant hope I have is that they would add reverse mode from Mario Kart Tour, at least for the booster course pass courses. However, I don't think they would do that without also incorporating it into the base game courses, which would take a lot of effort. I do hope that reverse mode replaces mirror mode for any future Mario Kart games, as it's probably the best new feature of Tour and the last remnant of Wii's online tournaments. At long last, those are all of my predictions for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe DLC. Thanks for watching. Consider leaving your feedback and predictions in the comments, and perhaps even liking and subscribing if you feel so inclined. I know this isn't what I normally do, but I've recently been thinking about expanding the scope of my content, for various reasons. If you've watched what I used to make, I ask that you give me a chance to keep your interest. I'll try to make it worth your while. Alright, I'm done here. Line Rider sliding out.